everybody. You're here at Elevated Living with Z, and I am Z. And here at this channel, we're all about all things that elevate your life, whether that be a Reiki treatment or like today, we will be doing a card reading that I felt really pulled to want to have to do. Or like later on tonight, I will be doing some channeling for you guys and all things in between. So welcome. If you're new here, I love to have you here, and welcome back if you're my returning guest. You guys already know I absolutely adore every single one of you, and I'm happy to have you here. I hope you guys can hear me good. I have this little microphone thing because I know before some of the complaints I got, you guys could not hear what I was saying, so we're fixing that. And a little bit of housekeeping while we're here and getting ready to go. Well, you guys, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if this is something you're really into. And don't forget to share it with your friends if you feel like this will resonate with them. But not just like that. Also, click the like and subscribe button for all your favorite YouTubers. It really does help things like this get on the algorithm a little bit higher so that YouTube posts it a little bit more and recognizes that it's something that people actually like and enjoy. So that's the reason why I'm going to bug you guys. This is going out. We're like getting really to the end of its gas. So thank God. We're doing a little healing here before we get started and a little clearing of the room and the energy, my loves. So, like I said, you guys, this is a very intuitive reading. For some reason, I was going to do a healing session on PCOS. And for those of you who don't know, I had to look it up, but it's like a cystic situation going on that is chronic. And I really was getting ready for it. But then I kept getting this message that the angels had a message for you guys. That the angels had a message for you guys. So here I am. This is an angel card message. We are using the Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine, I think. I really butcher names, so I'm sorry in advance. I already felt drawn to the deck, and I pulled some cards. I was even going to go further and get some other stuff on the deck, and something just stopped me and said, no, you guys. And so we're doing this because I felt forced to have to. You guys, my fingers have a sticky thing on them. I was grabbing some tape and oh well. So, let me be the messenger only to your message. Whew. So, once I got to pulling, guys, I realized that if you're doing this late October, you're catching this video at the time that I made it, 2020. And it's because you're going through something and you needed hope. If you're catching it at any time of your life, well, if you're catching it in the late October, this is for the collective. We all needed to hear and know this. But if you're catching it at a time other than this, I meant to say, then what you're looking for is hope, because these cards showed me a lot of trouble and trials and tribulations and stuff like that. But it also felt like powerful movement and this energy coming through and finishing off things that have been begun centuries, decades, lifetimes ago. And I felt like the outcome was blessings on blessings on blessings. And so that was really important to me. So let me go ahead and get started with the very first card so you guys can see that. And it is the 8 of Water, a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. So if you've caught this for the time that you're in, and this is, late October 2020, And then this is for us. We as a collective, at some point, were stuck. We were like, just like the pressure of everything going on was really getting to us. And we were all, maybe not consciously, but subconsciously searching for more meaningful lives and more meaningful purposes and more meaningful interactions. And every single one in the collective, was in need of some type of spiritual growth or emotional growth or some type of growth or breakthrough in one way or another. And I feel like the reason why we are all going through what we're going through is that. And if you're catching this at a time that is not October 2020, late October 2020, then the reason why you're going through whatever you're going through, that you felt drawn to pulling this video for, then it was time for you to move on. You already felt the pressure. You already knew that something just wasn't quite right, that more needed to be done, that this wasn't it. And you couldn't just move on in the state of mind or state of life you were in. So now the second one, you guys, second card I pulled up was the 9 of Earth. Enjoying life's little luxuries, spending time alone, successful self-employment. So for me, it's like this trapped feeling is coming from this need. This is not the solution, but to me, this was the need, the lack of being able to enjoy the little luxuries of life, like right now, what we're going through. Everybody was feeling the pressure. Everybody was feeling this, inside, maybe not physically, maybe we weren't like feeling it, like knowing what we were feeling, but it's coming out in ailment, sadness, frustration, anger, and things of that nature. Illnesses, both internal and physical and emotional and stuff like that. But it's a lack of enjoying life's little luxuries, a lack of being alone, meditating, not like being alone away from people, but meditation, quiet time. We're always, a lot of us, I don't care what time you're in, wake up and turn on our phone and the first thing we're like, hey, emails, this, that, not having the ability to be quiet with ourselves and knowing what we're thinking, or being able to listen to our thought patterns and processes. And a lot of us are living in this day-to-day life where we were going to jobs we absolutely hated, and it was time for us to break through and have, take chances and risk, self-employment. So like I said, if you're catching this and it's not the right time, then you were going through something, and for you needed a breakthrough. But for the collective, if you notice, if you're catching this October 2020, it makes perfect sense for these cards, because a lot of us are now forced into self-employment, which has actually been a blessing and breakthroughs for a lot more of us than we thought. So, and leading to the next card. Sorry about my dirty little fingers, guys. So the next one is the 5 of Air. An unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation. Review everyone's motives. So here, if you're dealing with this card and it's not the right time, October 2020, then you are encountering the repercussions of the decisions that you've made, the unmovements, like the fact that you knew you had to move and you didn't, type of stuff. And what you're being called to do is really look at what your part was, what you did, and what you can do better for your future. And really look around you to see what kind of people you're attracting into your life. And this is the personal message. But the collective message in this one, the October 2020, these unwise choices we've made over decades and centuries have brought us to this point. And it's not about being angry with ourselves. And if you notice, It's not about, in the picture, it's very clear. It's not about being angry with ourselves for the choices that we made, but learning from who we've been and who we are and what we've become to not only prevent things like that, but to improve, to take from and continue with the good. And also to review the motives. A lot of people in charge, aren't what they seem. And I mean that both in every single way. So be very careful. Review people's motives. Do not trust everybody or anybody or anything or everything you hear. Be very careful about what you ingest inside your mind, your heart, and your soul. Okay? Collective, my loves. Whew. And then the very next card. The High Priestess, Archangel Haniel. It calls for you to listen to your intuition. Have patience. Consider carefully what you want before acting. So, I'm so sorry, guys. I have like this, like it doesn't want to come out of my throat feeling. Oh, we are going to fight that, aren't we? Intense. So it says, have patience. Consider carefully what you want before acting. So right now, if this is a personal message to you, you feel like this is for you, and then the reason why you're drawn to this at whatever time this is because right now, like it says, you need to go in you. The answer is there. Have patience with yourself and the process that you're going through, dumping off and cutting cords and moving in to the new phase of your life. And carefully consider what you want before acting, because you are physically and literally stepping into the next complete chapter of your life. And you are beginning the foundation to this. So choose wisely, okay? Now, if you are considering this a collective message, then remember this, okay? We already know as a whole, as spiritual creatures, as awoke beings, what is going on. So do not be afraid. Be patient with the dumping of the old paradigms and all the old thought processes and things that we've been locked into for centuries and decades and lifetimes. And be very patient with the fact that it took us this long to get there. I'm not saying it's going to take like that long to cut, but it's going to be a process in letting go. So be patient with the universe, be patient with the people that are not awake, and be patient with yourself and each other. And then it says, really, really consider carefully what you want before acting. Because to my collective, right now, thoughts become things. This was the message all across the board for all light workers. Thoughts are things now, moving at the speed of something you wouldn't even understand. So be careful what you think that you want, because it will be whatever you're thinking. It's huge, okay? Now, for those of you who called this a personal message, I tell you that the balance will, after this, be completely in your favor. Everything is going to work out exactly how you intend for it to. Nothing here is going to end up unchecked, uncared for, or undealt with in this process of change for you. You will receive gifts of money, time, and effort from people that you need and love. You will have new career opportunities to work for yourself, to work for people that you enjoy working for, and to have, to work with companies that you are actually and full of joy for. And you will receive a loan or the ability to pay off all of your debts. So for you, the person who got this at any given time, Yes, you're going through a lot. But the outcome is you are going to be a different human being out of this. And the joy that you get is the fact that you will have completeness as a human being, in a state of being with others, in a state of being in union. And even though right now everything feels alone and processing and quiet, everything is going to be worked out in your favor, and you're going to have a complete balance of love, joy, happiness, and work, if you know what I mean. And that is nice, because a perfect life is boring. And I like that. And for the collective, you guys, this means that that everything that's breaking down right now, all these things that are going boom, are going to lift up to happiness, to people being able to enjoy their money, for balance in the world, for, people putting in the right time and effort into making their lives better, which in turn makes the world better, makes the universe better, makes the collective better. We're all going to have new jobs opening up. The whole world is going to have new jobs opening up to us. The whole world is going to have access to more monetary gifts. More money will be available, more jobs, more opportunities, more things will be opening up to us as a whole. So if you're watching this in late October 2020, bless us. Yes. I couldn't be happier for what I saw. Whew. So for those of you who stuck it out to the end of this video, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate your presence. Oh, I love you guys so much. That is my virtual hug. This message overall is a message that right now it's a struggle, but it's not going to be that way for long. We are on the end. Well, I think right now we are in the process of and close to the cusp of the end of the heavy changes. But there is greatness coming, There's happiness coming. There is money coming, I'm really grateful that I didn't, when I first opened up the cards, I was going to do this and do that and that. And I'm really grateful I stuck with what was intended, because this alone was a two-part message, one for the person and one for the spirit. And I think every single one of us that felt drawn to this reading both could use the personal part and the spiritual part. So I'm really grateful. I got a lot out of it for the collective, which made me even more happy. And once I really got into it, I realized that I'm just really, really grateful to have you guys here and to have the ability or the gift to share these kind of messages. I want you guys to know that a little bit about the way that I work is I see the card. If I feel like the picture said something to you, I would say it. If I felt like it was the words or the order, I'm going to call it the way that I feel. I have no particular teaching to this. I mean, I did take classes to become, my Reiki masterships, and I did do some tarot learning classes, but I do what I feel in my heart. And this is really how I felt. And it was an overwhelming feeling of like relief when I was done. So this was really a message that I want more people to get than usual. So please do share if you feel like you can and want to. I'm definitely going to share this one. I usually don't. I think that's the end of my chit chat, you guys. I'm going to get ready for your channeling video right now. And I want you guys to know I love you.